Um, Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday! Woo! Okay, so, um, I am feeling a little better. I'd say probably by tomorrow I should be, fully recovered from this summer sickness or whatever. It stinks. I mean, I hope everyone last night at the 10-year reunion, or at least those who were there, had a good time. I just wish I was there to see you guys, but don't worry. I don't think this project I'm working on is going to last too much longer. And I'm not going to be, obviously I'm not going to be sick forever. So I'll find some way to make up for it. Just, give it some time. And that's about all you need. So, yeah, of course I'm bumming that I wasn't able to go to the 10-year reunion, and obviously going to places like Kuka Lake or anywhere else are out of the question because, you gotta stay inside. You gotta get better. Gotta move pretty well. Spiritually emotionally I'm feeling good. I feel good that, I'm on the road to recovery in terms of getting better from this, fever or whatever. I feel good about the fact that I took the responsible route, and rather than go have a good time on Saturday night, I stayed home and, got the R&R and lots of fluids. Gotta have lots of fluids if you're sick. But yeah, I'd say give it one more day, and I think I'll be feeling pretty good. So, again, I'm really kind of hoping, at least I hope so. I'm sure I'll probably look on Facebook and see if any of you guys were, having too much fun. But I guess it just is what it is. I really did want to go, but I guess it just was never meant to be. Yeah. I did say high school stunk for me, and I'll be getting into that a couple months from now when I feel confident enough to be able to tell you guys a certain something. But that's going to have to be a video for obviously another day. But that's another day, and today is today, and today is Sunday, which I like Sunday. I really do. I really like that, it is an extra day off, and you get to relax and have a good time. And we are in preseason, but yeah, preseason football, so there's gonna be games on. That's gonna be fun. Saw a few last night, and actually another show I've been watching recently. It's actually a show I've been watching for the last few years. Whenever it was on, is Hard Knocks. Basically, for those of you who don't know, Hard Knocks is a sort of a mini series on HBO, and everywhere they go through the tryouts and preseason of that year's NFL team. And considering what happened last year, it makes sense that for this season, the team in question is the Cleveland Browns. And for those of you who don't know, the Cleveland Browns were the second team in NFL history to go 0-16. They did not win a single game last year. So, yeah. And what really interests me the most is, I've made this no secret in the past, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. And that's still true to this day. But as much as a lot of fans of the Dallas Cowboys had mixed feelings about this matter, I am still a little bit sad that Dez Bryant's gone. But then at the same time, he basically cost us a game that we should have won, and we would have been able to go to the playoffs if we won that game, basically. So, yeah, we kind of got royally hosed. Then again, that and the Ezekiel Elliott scandal, which honestly the NFL did a horrible job of doing or taking care of. That's why I know for a fact this year is going to be our year. It is. Because every preseason game so far that I've seen our starters play in, we have absolutely dominated. We have. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. You know, we just gotta take one day at a time, just like everybody else. I mean, this whole year I was looking forward to my 10-year reunion. I get sick. Can't really change that, but take it one day at a time. Plus, just because I wasn't able to go doesn't mean everyone went either. I mean, my graduating class at Horseheads High School was like 435, I believe. It was a big number, I know that. Maybe it was 395. Just for the sake of argument, I'll say somewhere between 370 and 430, somewhere in that ballpark. I know I'm not really that far off. So yeah, there's that. And let's be honest, I've only been to Tonino's once, and that place isn't very big. And considering that you have, say that all 300 or 400 of us were there, and, because some of us have, families and children and stuff like that, there's no way Tonino's would have been able to fit everyone. But I could be wrong. I mean, there's probably like seeing outside or something. But whatever. It's cool. Just still a little bummed, I guess. But in the end, I do feel good that I did take the responsible route and just focus on getting better. And you know what? I think karma's gonna look down on that and say, you know what? Something good's gonna happen. I really think something good is gonna happen. I am not a mind reader, nor can I predict the future, so I do not know what. But again, we'll have to simply play it by ear. What else is there to discuss? Oh, there is actually one good thing about not being able to go to the reunion. That doesn't involve me being responsible for, taking the responsible route and staying in so I can get better. And that is, well, I made this no secret in the past, but I love Dragon Ball Z. I do. I love Dragon Ball. I do. I'm not a giant expert you can find on YouTube or anything like that. So I can't go like further into detail as to how much I love it, but I do. I've loved Dragon Ball Z. I even like GT and Super, all that stuff. I do. I love it. I adore it to death. I love the voice cast we have at the Funimation. Thank you guys for being so awesome. So there's that. I say this because Dragon Ball Super in Japan ended somewhere it was March 31st. That was like the last episode that aired in Japan. And the English dubbing has been a little far behind, just for marketing purposes and building up hype. And I say this because the last giant story arc of Dragon Ball Super, at least until we get more episodes in 2019, hopefully, is the Tournament of Power. And in the English dubbing, technically that story arc for the Tournament of Power started last night in the English dubbing. So, yeah, that was a really cool episode to see. It was. So, yeah, I got to stay inside and watch that. And probably because the episode was awesome, but if there's one thing about a great show, or any great show in general, it's going to have just the most awesome theme song. You know, if the several times I showed the theme song for Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is any indication. Maybe that's something I should try and do. Like, do the theme songs or opening intros to shows I like and watch. I should probably consider doing that. Maybe I will. I guess I'll put a link in the description of whatever pops in my head that I'll put in. Who knows? So I suppose there is that. But yeah, the opening of Dragon Ball Super. It's actually the second opening. See, some anime openings have, more than one more than one throughout the progression of that anime series, and Dragon Ball Super only had two of them. And the second one is easily the best one. It's called Limit X Survivor. And they actually dubbed that song into English for the English dubbing. And honestly, it sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes in the English dubbing. Obviously, I've seen it in Japanese, so I know where the story is going. Spoilers. Who am I kidding? If it was in Japan first for a few months, the spoilers have been out for months already. I'm not really too worried or upset by that. If anything, I'm more worried about upset by the fact that I got sick at the worst possible time. But that's a part of life. And plus, I was able to watch the episode. I finally got to see the theme song be dubbed in English. The official English dubbing, that is. Which, again, I will put a link in the descriptions on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So, yeah. There is that. And I do suppose there's not really much to say other than, it's Sunday, and what can I say? Easy like Sunday morning. I'll probably just stay in and relax and recover. I'll drink lots of fluids. Gotta drink lots of fluids if you're having a fever or whatever. And you know what? I think this is still going to shape up to be a pretty solid weekend after all. I really think it's going to shape up to be pretty darn good. But then again, it's still early in the day. Who knows what's going to happen? Well, again, who really knows what's going to happen? So, yeah, I talked about recovery from a nasty summer fever, my beloved Dallas Cowboys, technically the Cleveland Browns, who has one of the former Dallas Cowboy, Dez Bryant. Actually, that should be interesting to see how the Dez Bryant does on the Cleveland Browns. That should be interesting. He would make for a good fit, and there's been articles online saying that if the 2008 draft were redone, the Cleveland Browns should have taken Dez Bryant anyway. So, I am curious to see where it goes. I'm open to it. Just like I'm open to what the day has in store. So, please like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I can use the support. Follow me on Instagram. I keep forgetting to say follow me on Instagram. I don't know why. And on that note, I'm humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Sunday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I am always going to have your back. So take care, everybody.